And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
Whose idea was it that you come here?
A psychiatrist.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Professor Genki. Today I am going to be making omelets, and I'm for once not in my own apartment kitchen, which I absolutely hate to cook in because of how small it is. Instead, I'm at my grandma's house where I have big open space for cooking. Anyways, with this omelet today, I'm planning on making it a cheese, mushroom, onion, and turkey burger omelet. And I'm specifically making this video for a friend of mine told me that you should not season your omelets. Well, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. Anyways, alright, so your first step you want to do is you want to cut up all your ingredients and separate this cheese here. I just got it out here for display. And what I like to do is season the mushrooms and the onions with a little bit of salt, just to dry them out while you're frying them. And then what I also like to do is melt a little bit of butter in a bowl. And what I'll do is I'll add seasonings to the bowl. I want my egg to be seasoned with. So what I've essentially done is I've added in my caramelized onion butter and my blackened cayenne lemon seasoning, along with a little bit of minced garlic into the bowl, and there was a little bit of melted butter in there. And now all you're going to want to do is just crack eggs to the bowl to your liking. I usually like around 4 or 5 eggs if I'm really hungry. Sometimes I'll only go for 3. Been working out a little more recently, so I might just do 4. 4 should be good. So the first step was get these chopped up and get salt on them, so they could start, the salt could start removing the moisture. And while that's doing that thing, you got these ready. You got the seasoning in, you got the eggs in. Now you just want to whisk them as best you can. And while the seasoning and the butter and the garlic is getting to know the eggs really well and sitting in this bowl, we're going to start frying up the vegetables. And after the vegetables are fried, we're going to start frying up the egg. An important step I forgot to mention is that you always add in a little bit of milk to your eggs, because it makes it fluffy. Okay, so I'm frying up the salted onions and mushrooms I have, and while I'm warming them up, I'm also gonna, right when they're about to be finished here, I'm gonna add in this turkey burger that my grandma had made for me before I even arrived, just to warm it up a little bit. So it's better when I put it in the omelet. One thing I like to do with the fried onions and mushrooms after I'm done frying them is to make sure to put a paper towel down. Put them on the paper towel, and also put a paper towel over top of them, just to try to soak up any excess grease that you don't want clogging your arteries, and also to trap the heat. An important step when making this omelet, I feel, is that while you're waiting for the pan right here to heat up and get to the frying temperature, you want to make sure that the egg is nice and whipped up, because you want to make sure it has some bubbles in it, because the bubbles will help it fluff up when you're cooking it. Right when the pan gets just hot enough, and you swirl all the butter around to make sure it doesn't stick to the sides, you add the egg in. It's important while you're cooking the omelet to prep it for the intention of flipping it by going around the sides here, making sure it's not sticking. But I'm about to get ready to flip this baby and then add the toppings on and close her up, which the flipping of the omelet is, in my opinion, the hardest part, and I will most likely fail. So if the video cuts and you come back and you see the omelet completely destroyed, you wouldn't know when I failed. But if you see the omelet completely made. Oh, I succeeded. And there she is, the finished product. Gonna put her on a plate and get some ketchup on her. Grandma, don't you think that looks good?
And share it with my grandma.
And share it with my grandma, because she thinks it looks good.
Give him a slap, boy.